Hey guys, welcome back. I am here with my best of 2016 lip products, and I know I already did my face and eyes, and I just have discovered so many great lip products in 2016 that if I put them all in that same video and just did a general makeup video, it was going to make it way too long. So I decided to just separate this completely and go a little bit unconventional and do just a best of 2016 lips. I'm also going to start off by saying that if you are not following me on Snapchat and Instagram and Twitter, I do post a lipstick of the day on most days. Sometimes I don't do it on weekends, but it's just something I started doing a little while back. And you know, I do other stuff, of course, but it's just something kind of fun, and I just love lipstick in general. So if you're not following me there, I'll put it on the screen and in the description box below if you want to follow me. I'm gonna start out with lip liners, and let's see, I discovered 3 Urban Decay 24/7s. I was already familiar with this formula from using it prior, but I did discover Stark Naked. I like it because it's just a really good kind of pale nude, but it doesn't wash you out. It wears well under most lipsticks, and I just like the 24/7 formula. The other Urban Decay 24/7 that I discovered was Insanity, and this leans a little more brown, but it's still a nude. And actually it may not be more brown now that I'm looking at them side by side, but you can see they're both nudes. And how I discovered these, I was trying to find a neutral that mimicked my MAC subculture lip liner because I just like the 24/7 formula so much better. And these come very close to being just that perfect neutral that is light enough and it goes under so many lip colors. The next that I discovered is Bad Blood. And I like to have a red lip liner that is neutral enough to go under pretty much any red. And since I discovered some great reds in December, I needed a red lip liner. And this is Bad Blood, and it works really well under every single red that I discovered. So those are the 3 Urban Decay. The other, and I'm completely late to the game on this because I think a lot of people are aware of the Nyx Retractable Liners, but this is Nyx Retractable Liner in Nude. I got a couple of colors, but I really do like the Nude because it can be deep or light depending on how hard you press. So there is Nude, and if you use a lighter hand, it can go on kind of light. But I like it because the formula is really nice. It feels good on the lips, very similar to the Urban Decay 24/7s, and it doesn't dry out my lips either. So it's just a really nice, comfortable formula. It's a great drugstore option. I'm really glad that I came across these, and I can see purchasing more. I guess I'll start with MAC. I went in there to exchange some back to MAC containers, and I talked about this in my December favorites, but there is going to be some overlap, I guess. I discovered MAC lip tensities while I was there, and I got a couple of colors, but the one that I'm reaching for the most is Doe. So this did make my best of 2016. I wear this quite often. It's just a great brownish neutral shade, and it's medium, so it doesn't wash you out like some nudes do. But you can wear it with pretty much anything. I like that it's warm toned, but that it is neutral enough to be worn with anything. And that is MAC Lip Tensity in Doe. And we'll just stick with MAC since that's what we're on. And these are the 3 that I exchanged my back to MAC containers for, and I'll start with this one that I feel like everyone on the planet has had except for me, and it's MAC Angel. So that's what that looks like. It's just a good basic pink, and I think I didn't get this for so long because it looked like it was going to be way too light for me and wash me out. And if I had known that it was going to be such a nice soft pink, I would have gotten it a long time ago. It's really nice, really pretty, and that is MAC Angel. It is a frost formula, so it doesn't feel drying on the lips the way some MAC lipsticks do. And the next is MAC Retro. And this was completely unplanned. When I went into MAC, the girl that helped me in there had it on, and she is a shade deeper in skin tone than I am. She's MAC NC30 and I'm NC25. And she had it on. It looked great on her. And you can see it's deep, but it's not quite a red. It's got kind of some brick undertones. And it just looked really pretty and really flattering. And I put it on the day I got it, and I had probably 3 or 4 people compliment me on my lipstick and ask me what it was and where they could get it. So it was a good purchase for me. It's not something that I wear every day, but it is definitely a favorite for 2016. I think it's more probably a fall winter lipstick for me because I don't wear a lot of dark lipsticks a lot, but I'm really glad that I got this. And that is MAC Retro. It is a satin formula. The next MAC is MAC Kinda Sexy, and this is Kinda Sexy. It is kind of a peachy neutral, I guess, and you can see that there. And it goes on really nice and opaque. It is a matte formula, so it's a little bit drier than some of the other formulas that I like, so I do like to wear a balm underneath it. But it's just a really pretty color on the lips. It's nice and nude, yet it has that nice warm peachy undertone, and that is MAC Kinda Sexy. And from the Sephora VIB sale, I got the Bite, I can't remember what it's called, that maybe it's the Just Bitten lip set, I can't remember, but it was that lip set with all the little mini amuse-bouche lipsticks in it, and one of the shades in it was Fig. So I have the mini, but I would definitely buy the full size. It's just this great pink shade, and I just think it's so pretty. It's soft enough yet neutral enough. It's not too pink, it's not too nude. So that's Fig right there, and it's just, the formula of these is absolutely amazing. If you haven't tried any of the Bite Beauty amuse-bouche lipsticks, I highly recommend you do so. And this is Bite Beauty Fig. And let's move on to a couple of drugstore options. The Revlon Super Lustrous lipstick line, I have started messing with a little bit more this year. These are not quite as long wearing as some of the higher end lipsticks that I've been using, but they still wear really well, and they wear a decent amount of time. They don't last through food or eating or drinking or anything, but they reapply well, and they just look really pretty on the lips, and they're very moisturizing. The first is Pink in the Afternoon. It's another pink, and it's so funny because I haven't really worn a lot of pinks until recently. And actually, now that I'm seeing them next to each other, Bite Fig and Pink in the Afternoon kind of remind me of each other. They're both warm pinks, really pretty, really flattering on the lips, especially if you have warm skin tone, but I really almost think that any skin tone could wear this. And I just have really been liking this, and this is number 415, Pink in the Afternoon. The next Super Lustrous lipstick that I have is Rose Velvet, and this is number 130. And here it is right below Pink in the Afternoon. And this is, to me, is a great professional medium pink brown. It's not really a berry, but it's just got some great flattering undertones to me that anybody could wear in a professional environment or anywhere, really. It's just a great medium neutral. It's not too light, it's not too deep. It's just that kind of perfect color for anyone. So I'm really, really glad that I picked this up. Okay, going back to the higher end, I discovered my first Marc Jacobs lipstick. I think it was a freebie from Sephora, and it is that Kiss Kiss Bang Bang that I feel like everyone had. But honestly, I've gotten a lot of wear out of this little sucker. It's a really pretty, flattering pink that I feel like anyone can wear. It's just perfect on my skin tone, which is pretty warm. And this one just really works. It's really flattering. It doesn't, I don't know, run too cool. So I really, really like this, and I would get a full size if this ran out. It may not. I don't wear kind of that deeper pink too often, but when I wear it, this is a great option to have, and I'm glad that I discovered it this year. So because I love the formula so much, on that little sample size, I've got a full size in Sonic Truth, and sample size didn't have this fantastic little magnetic packaging, which is so luxe to me. But the full size does, and this is Sonic Truth. And this is just a great, kind of a a light nude with pink undertones, and it's just the right shade that doesn't wash me out. I have to be really careful with light nudes. I get washed out really, really easily, and this does not wash me out at all. And so that is Sonic Truth by Marc Jacobs, and I just love this formula. It's nice and creamy feeling on the lips. It lasts a long time. It's just a beautiful, beautiful formula, and that is why there's so much hype with Marc Jacobs lipsticks. They really, really are beautiful to wear. Okay, and since we are on Marc Jacobs, let's just go ahead and talk about this lip gloss that everyone has talked about. This is the lip gloss. The packaging is really, really pretty, really, really sleek. And I have it in Sugar Sugar, which I feel like a ton of people have. But you know, you pull it out and it's just got this nice little flat doe foot. Let's see, where's the spot on my arm? It's not taken. Applicator. And it applies really nicely on the lips. For a gloss, it lasts a pretty long time. And this is just a great light, pale, creamy, milky nude. I don't really wear this by itself. I put it over other lipsticks. I'm gonna kind of move my arm around in hopes that you can see what that looks like and tilt it a little bit. It's just a really pretty color. And I think that's why there's so much hype around this color in particular, because it was just a great layering lip gloss. And if you want some moisture over a liquid lipstick, a matte lipstick, this is a great option to have. Earlier this year, I discovered two great drugstore nudes from Remmel. I'm hoping they're not limited edition. I know some people had Snapchatted me and messaged me that they had a problem finding them. They were in a front display in either CVS or Rite Aid. I know I had a problem finding them at first, but they are the Remmel by Kate lipsticks. It is this pretty rose gold packaging that kind of matches my growing out nails right now. The first is number 54, Rock and Roll Nude. I hit it the other day, so that's why my bullet looks like that. This is the one that I went on a quest to find originally. And this is kind of a just light pinky nude. Make this go out a little bit more. The smell of these is just kind of that normal lipstick smell, but it does go away once you apply it on your lips. So that is the Rock and Roll Nude, and it is really, really pretty on. And these are very creamy on the lips, and they do last, I think, a long time. They last longer than the Revlon lipsticks on my lips. Well, while I was there, I saw number 55, My Nude, sitting there right next to it, and this looked like a decent option to have. It reminded me of my Holy Grail nude lipstick that I also discovered in 2016, which you're going to see right after. So this is number 55, My Nude. I got them both and I wear them both pretty equally. They are in heavy rotation for me, and I discovered them this year, so I apologize if they're not there anymore. I think they still are. I feel like somebody messaged me recently and told me that they found them. So that is 55, My Nude. My no-fail nude, when I just need to pull out a nude that is going to go with anything and look good, is Too Faced La Creme in Sugar Daddy. And I've talked about it in videos before. It's still working for me. I still love it. It has just the right amount of pink, just the right amount of peach, just the right amount of brown. It is not too light that it washes me out. It's just super flattering. It looks good. The swatches have gotten longer and longer as they've gone down my arm. You see that? But you see how close that is to number 55, My Nude from Remmel. So if you don't want to spend the money on the Too Faced La Creme, you could always do this as a drugstore option, but you will have that lipstick smell. This has a very sweet smell, and this does last a little bit longer on the lips. So for me, the Too Faced is completely worth it. That's just my opinion, but I do like having the number 55 too. I wear those with no problem. I love them. I'm so glad I found them this year, and I will continue to wear them. Okay, the last three are in the red family, which is a complete shock for me. If you are someone who has struggled for a long time to find a red lipstick to work for you, you understand how amazing it can be if you find even one. I mean, I am 41 years old and it's taken me this long to find a red that works for my skin tone. It seemed like anytime in the past when I would find a red, it would either wear off quickly or feather around the lips, or it was a little too blue toned or a little too yellow toned or orange toned, and it just didn't work for me. So I finally found 3 reds, one that is kind of red that really worked for me well, and that is huge. And I found them all in the same year, in the same month actually. It's quite exciting. And the first that I'm going to talk about is a liquid lipstick, and it is Smashbox Boss, B-A-W-S-E. This is the first one that I got, and it's a liquid lipstick. That was my intention, was to get a liquid lipstick. I'm first going to talk to you guys about the applicator and how much I love it. Is there a spare clear space on my arm? I love that the applicator is flat and angled like this to get just the right placement on your lips. It's also pointed. That's a struggle for me with liquid lipsticks that are dark or red, because you can't really, if you have that rounded applicator, you can't get the precise location on your lips, and then you end up having to do a lot of cleanup. You can get this on just the right way, and it's also got a lot of surface area, so you can cover a lot of your lip too. This is just a great applicator, especially for a red, and it's just the perfect color of red, and I really do think that it is a universal red. And here is Boss right there. That is a horribly messy swatch. Sorry, I'm like trying to do it on the back of my arm. I can't really see it. But there is Boss, and it's just kind of a crisp, pretty red that I think would work in a multitude of skin tones. It might have a little bit of a blue undertone, but it's just enough to make your teeth look bright, not enough to be too cool. The next is from NARS. It's called Rita, and here is Rita right here, and it's another just crisp, pretty red with a slight blue undertone to it. It's got a little bit more of a blue undertone than Boss does. Again, not enough to be too cool. This really works well on me. They really look very similar. I got a lipstick just in case I didn't want the dryness of a liquid lipstick. This Smashbox liquid lipstick is not too drying. It is a liquid lipstick, and there is somewhat of a dry factor there, but it's not overly drying the way a lot of liquid lipsticks are. The NARS is a great formula as far as a regular lipstick goes because it lasted a long time. I did have to touch it up, but it just wore really well throughout the night. The last one that I got at the same time I got the NARS was a complete unexpected purchase, and it is an Urban Decay Vice in Wonderland, and it's a red berry color, and it's kind of that color that I've had in the back of my mind for a long time and just finally found. So, you know, I've always kind of wanted a shade that it would just look really good in the springtime or maybe the summer, but not be an out and out red. So I'm hoping you can see that, but it's just that great color. I've tried to get colors like this in the past, and they turned out so cool and hot pink on me that it looked terrible against the warmth of my skin tone. And this just pops and looks really good against my skin. So this is Urban Decay Wonderland, and it is in the cream formula. And I discovered all of these lipsticks in 2016, and God help me if I discover this amount in 2017. I do not need any more lipsticks, but you know, it's just so hard when you are looking around and you see these colors, and y'all know how it is. That is it for my best of 2016 lipsticks, and I will be back for best of 2016 skin and hair and lifestyle. Thank you so much for sitting through this video with me, and again, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell as well. And if you are not following me on my social media platforms, I'll put those on the screen and in the description box too. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.